Hello, this is Mr. Wynn, and today's video will be about properties of logarithms. So there are three properties total that allow us to alter or change the equations as we're working out. They're very helpful. They're very important and not on a formula chart, so make sure you memorize them, and they can be used forwards and backwards. So the first property is one you already know. It's called the power property of logarithms. Basically, whenever you have the log of something that has an exponent, you can bring it down into the front, which is the reason why we use logarithms. So log base 2 of 10 to the third power is the same as bring this 3 to the very front. 3 times the log base 2 of 10. And I use the calculator to show that to you. So in my calculator, this right here. All right. So math, log base 2 of 10 to the third power is 9.96. So that's the decimal of it, the approximation. But 3 log base 2 of 10 is the exact same thing. All right. So sometimes we have to bring the exponent down, or sometimes we're going to put the number back up top for the exponent. It depends what we're trying to do. So know both ways. Next one is new for y'all. Is the power product property. Basically, when you have multiple logs with the same base and they're being added together, you can combine them into one log with multiplication. So log base 2 of 8 plus log base 2 of 10. They both have log base 2 and they're being added. Is the same thing as log base 2 of 80 because I brought into one log and I multiplied 8 times 10 for 80. So again, log base 2 of 8 plus log base 2 of 10 gives me that decimal approximation. If I try log base 2 of 80, I get the same thing. Now, I can separate them as well. So say I don't want 80. Say I want, 80 is 20 times 4, right? So I could break this up into log base 2 of 20 plus log base 2 of 4. Because 20 times 4 is 80. That's going to work as well. So let me go back to this other one. All right, so one of them is 20 and the other one's 4. Order does not matter. Same number. All right, I could have done 2 and 40, just a lot of different things. All right, that's the second property. And the last property is the quotient property. Basically, when you have multiple logs of the same base being subtracted, you can combine them into one log with division. So log base 2 of 30 minus log base 2 of 3 is the same as combined to a single log base 2 of 30 divided by 3, which is 10. So that's the inside at least. So check this one last time. Log base 2 of 30 minus log base 2 of 3 gives me this. That should be the same thing as log base 2 of 10, which it is. All right, so that's all three properties. There's no other ones. Make sure you know all of them. Now we'll use them to solve problems. So here's the first one. Now I can't exponentiate both sides. I can only do that once I have one thing on both sides, one term. That's why combining them is very useful. So see how they both have log base 6 on the left? Same bases being added means I can bring it to one single logarithm and make the things multiplied. Now technically this is all together like that. All right. Now it's one thing I can finally exponentiate by putting 6 to the base. Those cancel. This left side is just the inside part. The right side is 6 squared. Now I just do math. I distribute this. So x squared minus 9x equals 6 squared is 36. Quadratic's not disappearing, meaning I got to do quadratic formula. Do standard form by bringing everything to one side. So if x squared minus 9x minus 36 equals 0, do quadratic formula. So a equals 1, b equals -9, c equals -36. And to save you time, the two answers are x equals 12 and x equals -3. If you did the whole quadratic formula, which you should know how to do. Now remember, you have to check your answers. You can't take a log of a negative. If I plug those into the first one right here, I can take the log base 6 of 12. That's fine. So that's a good answer. But I cannot take the log base 6 of a negative 3. Remember, no taking logs of negative numbers. This answer is bad. So my only answer is x equals 12. All right, here's another one. Solve for x. Remember, I cannot exponentiate right now because I need one term on both sides. But the left side, they're both log base 3. They can combine. So if it's combined to a single log base 3, now subtracting means division. 56 divided by n equals this. Now there's only one thing on both sides. I can exponentiate by using the base of 3. Those cancel. Those cancel. I have 56 over n equals 7. Gotta solve for n. It's on the bottom of fraction. You know, to get rid of fractions, you multiply it by the denominator. That cancels there. So 56 equals 7n. Solving for n means divide by the number next to it. And in this case, that does not reduce, so I leave that fraction like that. Alright, usually it's going to reduce, but sometimes you don't. So there's that one. And the last one, solve for x. Alright, there's a lot of things I can do here. So let's do the right side first. I want to combine those two to one thing. They're both log base 7. Alright, so it's being added, meaning it's 27 times 3, which is 81. Alright, now this left side, I don't want to exponentiate when I have that number in front. Exponentiate gets rid of the words logs, but I just want the words logs and nothing in front of them. So here's where I go backwards by putting this back up here. So this is really log base 7 of x squared. Alright, so I'll write that one more time. Alright, now it's just log 7 on the left of this thing, log 7 of the right thing is right. Now I can exponentiate. So I put 7 here. These will cancel. Alright, if that 2 was in front of that, I'd have 7 squared times that. And so that's why I put the 2 back up there. We now have this. Alright, you have two choices here. You could do quadratic formula. B would be 0. But I told you when B is 0, you can just do basic math to square root. Alright, so x equals positive and negative 9. There's two answers. But you gotta check them. So let's see. So we have positive 9, we have a negative 9. Can I plug negative 9 in here? No, because that'd be log of a negative number. So this is wrong. Can I put a positive 9 there? Yes, because log base 7 of 9 is fine. So x equals 9. That's our answer. Alright, practice problem, true or false. Can you use the 3 properties to get that? And the answer should be true. Just try to work it out. It's not that hard. Alright, if you can do that, you should be fine in class. Again, this is Mr. Wynn. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.